Good morning. You are many today. It's good to see so many of you here today. Thank you for coming. And I welcome all of you here in the Hondo and all of you who are joining us online today. Today is October 9th, 2022, and I feel like we're almost done with the pandemic, but we still need to be cautious. Please join me in an opening passage from the Nirvana Sutra in the Kyogyo Shinsho. Boundless space is the uncreated, hence it is eternal. Buddha nature is the uncreated, hence it is eternal. Boundless space is Buddha nature. Buddha nature is Tathagata. Tathagata is the uncreated. The uncreated is eternal. The eternal is Dharma. Dharma is Sangha. Sangha is the uncreated. The uncreated is eternal. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Reverend Kusnoki is apparently in Spokane today doing service there. I was thinking he was in Berkeley today training the Tokudo aspirants, but apparently he's in Berkeley. He's in Spokane. So in his stead, I am happy to be here with you giving the Dharma message. I have a title actually for my message today. It is, What Sangha Means to Me. It is about how you, the Sangha, and Amida Buddha are the reasons I am speaking to you today. It is amazing that I am giving Dharma messages. What is Sangha? We know it as one of the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. In Buddhism, we think of Sangha as the Buddhist community of monks and nuns, and also as a community that includes Buddhist novices and laity. But literally, Sangha is a Sanskrit word that means community that joins and lives together. I think of Sangha as the most important of the three treasures, for without Sangha, there would be no Buddha and no Dharma. What does the passage that I opened with mean? It sounds like a riddle, doesn't it? It did to me. Uncreated means not contrived, but natural, something that does not require effort to maintain. So in other words, Sangha is individuals and groups that interact and form a whole without much effort. I attribute the uncreated to Amida Buddha. I attribute Sangha's existence to Amida Buddha. Amida Buddha is also known as the infinite. Sangha is pretty amazing. Sangha does seem natural and uncontrived. We each come to temple when we want to, with not too much pressure from anyone. Attending is our choice. It is not like having to go to work, but Sangha does require effort to maintain, as the COVID-19 epidemic showed us. Because of the COVID lockdown, I think we understand better that creating a Sangha does take effort and take time. Sangha members are slowly coming back in person to temple, but many are still joining us remotely online, which is a good thing, thanks to our technical staff and volunteers. Because COVID isolated us for 2.5 years, I don't take Sangha for granted. as I previously did. Previously, Sangha was here for especially my children when they were young, and when my husband was going to sea and he was gone much of the time. Sangha gave me community, friendship, support. It introduced me and my children to the Dharma. It gave me a purpose. Sangha is the temple. The temple is Sangha. It was 8 years ago this month that I received Tokudo ordination. My Tokudo journey began when Reverend Castro suggested that I undertake minister assistant training. Reverend Kusunoki was one of my teachers during training, and my journey continues with you, the Sangha. It is you, the Sangha, and Amida that have allowed me to learn and study, to speak in front of you. It is a humbling privilege to do so. Ordination has broadened my perspective and appreciation for life, an appreciation for the Dharma. I think it has also helped me keep dementia at bay, but my memorization ability is diminishing. Wait, isn't that dementia? Sangha has a depth of meaning that I have come to gradually appreciate over the past 21 years. I first began bringing my children here 35 years ago. They were 1 and 6 years old at the time. I started teaching Dharma school when I didn't know what the Dharma was. I was encouraged by Reverend Iwahara. He said, the best way to learn is to teach. I started helping with kids' summer program. I was a Dharma school superintendent, and I taught for some 9 years. Then a disagreement in the Sangha erupted, and I was involved with that. That event allowed me to take a close look at myself. You did not discourage me from continuing my life with the temple. Your kindness encouraged me to carry on. Thank you for being here for my 35 years, and thank you to our forebearers for being here for 120 years. Last Saturday, SBBWA, Seattle Betsuin Buddhist Women's Association, hosted a wonderful example of Sangha. They held Bachan's closet sale. I saw the fruition of cooperation, hard work, and friendship here in the gym. I'm sure there were disagreements also. It was filled with individually priced items carefully displayed, laid out, hung up, and accounted for. The baked goods were the usual special treat, and it was so good to see many familiar faces, albeit masked. Sometimes I couldn't recognize the eyes, but usually I could. It was good to see several Obutsudan adopted, and many people were interested in them. And on Sunday, Reverend Kusunoki held Dharma exchange in front of the Obutsudan display. This was in the midst of Bachan's closet sale, so it was a special venue for Dharma exchange, especially for those attending via Zoom. Sangha originally meant the group of Buddhist monks and nuns. In the Mahayana tradition, its meaning expanded to include Buddhist followers and practitioners. For me, the Sangha means everyone, all, the universe. But for my daily life, the Sangha closest to me is here at Seattle Betsuin Buddhist Temple. Sangha is important for spreading the Dharma. in our thoughts, words, and deeds, knowing what we do now depends not only our happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. I hope that each of us individually will continue to be Sangha for ourselves and for others, as you have been for me and for others to come in the future. As we emerge from COVID-19 restrictions, I think the future of our Sangha looks promising. Dharma School is still going strong thanks to our volunteer teachers. Longtime volunteer leaders have kept the young adult groups going all the way through college. Scouts, campfire, taiko, gagaku, choir, Bodhi ensemble, meditation, tea ceremony, book study, gojikai, abba, sutra study, youth ministers' assistants, young adult ministers' assistants, Japanese playgroup. The governing board and many communities keep our Sangha and temple strong. And of course, the SBBWA has its helpful hand in all of it. The Tokudo aspirants training now are fortunate to have an excellent teacher in Reverend Kusunoki and Sanghas like you to encourage them. The Tokudo journey is challenging but rewarding. I am happy to have been allowed to take it on, and I will try to continue on the journey for a while. Please join me in Gassho. Once again for a reading from the Nirvana Sutra. Boundless space is the uncreated, hence it is eternal. Buddha nature is the uncreated, hence it is eternal. Boundless space is Buddha nature. Buddha nature is Tathagata. Tathagata is the uncreated. The uncreated is the eternal. The eternal is Dharma. Dharma is Sangha. Sangha is the uncreated. The uncreated is the eternal. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Reverend Kusunoki will return next week. And I thank you for listening today. To the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade Dharma School class, I will meet you in your classroom in a few minutes. Thank you for coming. Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu.